theirs. And that's their journey to process. And if I don't cuss in front of them, they'll never feel that emotion and never be able to process it. Right. And it also takes something. It sometimes it might take a few people to cuss in front of that person for that person to like get so like fed up and angry, and kind of the little saying, cliche, whatever word is like, what is it? It's right on the tip of my tongue. Sick and tired of being sick and tired. Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired yet? And your timing is perfect. So sometimes it might take somebody else a little bit longer to get sick and tired of being sick and tired. And some people, like, they're sick and tired real quick, like after the first like thing that bothers them. And then they go work on that in healing and finding a healer. And some people need help and finding, either they go to a therapist or they go to, meditate, or they find yoga, or they start to, like, more and more people are reaching out for these like spiritual ways of healing and holistic ways of healing. And I think it's really beautiful and really exciting, because when I first found this breath work around 2012, it was almost like unheard of. People were like, yeah, breath work, hey, when I was like 25, I was like in, I'm going to totally age myself. I'm 44 years old. Okay. So let's just get that out of the way. I'm proud of it. And so in like 2005, around then, I was still like in that mind frame of like meditation, yoga, crystals, woo-woo bullshit, right? So no, I wasn't going to do that stuff. I didn't believe in it at all. And nowadays, it's like this energy, like having, like, to be somebody who completely believes in it, and because I feel it and I know it, that energy is a real thing. And when we raise our vibration, and then all of these things just kind of like start to fall into our lap, and that's how the life gets easier and easier. And forgive me if I've gone like 5 different ways and 5 different topics, but I just like
we're all neurodivergent here. We all understood that. No, but I felt that, like you said, so many good things that I just didn't even want to interrupt, because it's important to know, like, to find your worth and to find the tools that can work for you to help you to feel good about yourself, and to, express that, and to express your emotions, and to not keep them bottled up, because, that creates disease.
Yes.
If you don't, it gets stored in your organs. Yes. And then, take it from me, I had a kidney removed, and that was my lesson, to start speaking out and speaking up and letting my true emotions live in authenticity.
Yes.
And I give myself, because you said something really cool too. You're like, suck it up. Something we used to say in the military all the time. Sometimes you do have to suck up your emotions, but what you said was crucial. Like, you get to a point where you can feel them. And I like to give myself 48 hours of just unadulterated emotional sloppiness, like unhinged grief, anger, whatever the emotion is. And I like to live in that and feel it out and deal with it, but I don't get stuck in it. And that's really key, because that's how you spiral into depressions and things of that nature. So giving yourself that time limit to really feel, and obviously, like, this is not going to apply for everything. You lose a loved one, it's going to take the time it takes as you're grieving. But like, something happens and you're processing your emotions, but at some point you do have to just get on with it, and you need to pick yourself back up. Like, we fall down and then we get up. So you have to pick yourself back up, and you have to take those emotions and you have to use them as fuel to take you to another level, to elevate you, to push you forward, to motivate you, and to give you some purpose to move forward towards whatever it is that you want to do, you're dreaming of doing, you need to do. And so I love that you brought that up. I thought it was really, really important. Every single topic that you touched on was really important, and especially the breath work, because you're right. So I am 49 and my birthday is in September. This is my 50th year.
And next month, it's my 45th year.
Yeah, congratulations. Every day is a gift. We're lucky that we've made it this far and we get to live another day. So many of my friends have not made it this far, and I'm grateful every day.
Yes.
It's a blessing to get older. And we should be proud of that, I think, especially as women, because they're always trying to make us feel like we're obsolete after 35, right? 34 even, maybe even 33. I don't know, but it's terrible. Anyway, I digress. No, I went on a tangent. So the point is, I love the breath work. And back in the day, no one was doing it. No one was talking about it or anything. And now on Hot Topics Live podcast, I think I've had like 4 different styles of breath work since I started the podcast in 2019, because it's so important. In fact, last year, I went to a Tony Robbins summit, right? It was like a 4-day lock-in. That thing was intense. And one of the things that they talked about and the importance of it, other than drinking hydrogenated water, just so you know, was breath work. And they taught some techniques in there too, that because it's life-giving, it's life-affirming.
I can tell you, the doctor that founded the NSA chiropractic world and SRI, somato respiratory integration, which was the breathwork I did with you before, and him and other doctors that I work with now, which I do this breathwork with now, that there's a little bit newer style, they work with Tony Robbins before his shows almost every morning, or even between in his intermissions. So yes, he knows about this work. This is one of the main breath works that he does. I don't know. I'm sure he does a lot more. And yeah, it's like there's many thousands of books of one topic, right? But it's good to read 10 different books of the same topic, because you might not understand it on one book, but you'll understand it and get it on another book. And then if you read 5 more on the same topic, you really start to like really get it and almost internalize it and integrate it into your life. It becomes more and more solid and solidified within you. You just can't forget it. Right? Sorry, I interrupted. Go ahead.
No, you're totally right. But yeah, I saw how that tied together. And you're totally right, because you want to integrate the knowledge, and reading multiple sources will just continue to like build on a foundation of information that will be life-changing for you. So if you don't know about breathwork, we're going to talk about it now more, but do your own research. I love that saying. Do your own research, dig deep into the topic, and maybe find a technique that you can really vibe with and incorporate that into your practices, right? So let's talk about breath work. What is it for those who don't know?
Sure. So I wanted to add to that just a little bit, and now I think I forgot it, so maybe not. You mentioned about how like not feeling our emotions is creates disease and illnesses, and yes, and that is, I wanted to kind of add to that. The thing is basically we are not connected to our bodies, and I wasn't for so long. I was trying to reach for all of these external things to fix me. I thought I needed to be fixed, right? There was nothing to fix. I was perfect, whole, and complete as I was. It was just a matter of finding myself and remembering who I was. It's like that statue that they chip away, and it's just a rock at first, but they chip away and they find like this beautiful, gorgeous piece of art underneath it, right? That's what we're doing. We're chipping away all the excess to gain access to what the true version of ourselves is. We're chipping away all of what society has raised us to be. We're chipping away of all of the things that our parents have raised us to be, the religions, the schools, the this, that, and the other. We're chipping all that away to access who we truly are and what we're meant to be here for, what our purpose is, because we were born with it. We know what our purpose is. It's just a matter of getting there. It's like we don't know what that is because we're bogged down by all of these other ideas that everybody else told us to do. You know, for example, you must go to school, you must go to college, you must do this, you must, and save for your 401k. It's like, yeah, those are all good things. and great ideas. And at the same time, what if that's not for you? There's might be a different way of life for you. And it's radical. And so people don't necessarily think like it's okay to think that way. Right. But when you find this whole knowledge, it's like, it's internalized. It's a remembering of who you are and what your purpose is. It doesn't matter what anybody says or tells you what to do or what you can't do or what you can do. You will like be with this breath work propelled into your purpose, propelled into your future when you get fully connected and aligned. It's like that whole like aligning with yourself and gaining access to your power, your energy, your source, you know, and getting connected to your source. And then it's like a knowing, and nobody can break that. You become unbreakable. You become unstoppable. Like this is how I was able to quit my job, because I couldn't quit my job for so long, because whatever the blockages that were in the way made me think like, there's no way I can quit this job and live off of, you know, no income for a while I start this business. And it's the moment I quit that job, and then I was in New Mexico at the time at this refinery in the middle of nowhere. It was like a town of 12,000 people. And I quit that job, packed my stuff, and the next week I came back home to my house in Vegas, which I love this home. I don't know how I fell in love with Vegas. There's like an energy here, a vortex. It's just beautiful. It's really cool. So I'm here, and so many things have just been like falling into place so easily and so effortlessly for me to be living my purpose and my passion, which is like coaching this breath work, being able to be available for people, helping people get out of their minds, clearing out their trauma, clearing out their blockages, finding who they really are, remembering who they are, and raising their vibration and this energy about you. Just like people know before you even walking into a room. They may not know it's you, but they're like, you sense something. There's something just powerful about to emerge. Or you're like, I feel like I need to go to this networking event. You know, I didn't go last time, and I wasn't feeling it, but this time I'm feeling it. Some reason I got to be there. And you go there and you meet the right person that helps you like all of a sudden like catapult your business, or it just becomes a client, just becomes an amazing relationship, becomes something that like together you're more powerful together, right? So it's magical, and it's really beautiful, and we are magic. We have that power. It's our energetic state. What are you putting out there? It's like, you've heard of Abraham Hicks?
Yes.
Talking about how, just like we attract, what's in our perspective, what's in our lives. And Abraham Hicks says it too. Just like Esther Hicks can access Abraham Hicks, right? We all